Koli Sumash. In the temple of Holuric, they find a group of cultists led by a strange reanimated warrior named Neo. They steal the relic and make their escape, finding out shortly after that the stone they've stolen speaks. It instructs them that they must return to their ship and depart, as the trial of soul is somewhere in the ocean. They make the journey, careful to be wary of the stone as Alistair had warned. Now setting sail, they are given direction by the stone who holds their lives in its confidence. Assuming Ford doesn't shipwreck them along the way, they are headed to deep waters. Well, now that we've done absolutely everything possible without further instruction, I was wondering if you've received any more wisdom from your magical rock.
Not quite.
Not a
Pointless.
word. Fantastic. It's more than likely we're meant to be on the other side of the continent. Instead, we've been off on this wild cockatrice chase. I think I'm starting to see why your father warned us about this guide. Such doubt, when I've done nothing but assist you. And no, you haven't done everything possible. As far as I can tell, we're still anchored. How does it know that? At any rate, I think we would benefit from more instruction right about now. As you wish, your destination lies in the heart of the Shimmering Mists.
Whoa there!
The Shimmering Mists? Your friend is quite attentive.
What?
Ford, do you know this place? I've known a few captains who set out for it, but not any I've ever seen again. I'd always thought they'd gone a little sea crazy, those poor crews. Then it's dangerous. I've only heard stories, but I'd say so from the sound of them. High winds, low visibility, sharp volcanic rocks, not much reason to go there in the first place. I don't know, Irving. It sounds like a trap. Please, what good would it do me to sink to the bottom of the ocean for the rest of eternity? You seemed happy enough to sit in that temple for gods know how long. Happy may not be the most accurate description. I know it sounds frightening, but we've been through worse. Besides, what choice do we have? I'd gladly hear out any alternative.
That's it.
Then we sail for the Shimmering Mists. Ford, would you know how to take us there if you wanted to? I know the general direction. It's somewhere southeast of here. We might be able to see the mist a ways out. I'll not have you scouring the seas for low-flying clouds. As soon as the stars appear in the night, you will set sail and follow the constellation of the slain basilisk. If you stay the course, you will arrive in the mists in 3 days' time. Once we enter it, I will lead you to the temple, but it will be imperative you do exactly as I say. Very well. Are we provisioned for the journey? Assuming shipwreck's not in the cards, we should have plenty to get us to Edlin. Good. Once the sun sets behind Varroa, we'll raise the anchor. In the meanwhile, take some time to rest and prepare. Only the gods know what lies ahead. I'll bet that dang rock does too. Bondage. Arima. And Helena, if you'll humor me, I must ask, when you heard this call of yours, what was it like?
Understand.
Did you not hear Theron speak to you yourself, as the legends say? What do the legends say? That you heard Theron's voice as you wandered the sands of Aramor in your exile, and that you found a token of his favor. Intriguing. It's merely a story, then. It's true enough. I can say with relative confidence that Theron is aware I hold his aspect. Is that what the call of the gods was like, then? A voice from beyond? No, not from beyond, from within. I see. Like a thought that passes through the mind. Not exactly. Something that was always there, like a brook just a stone's throw from camp. While you speak in pitched tints, you may not hear it, though it may be ever present. But in the silence, if you search for it, you can hear the water passing over every stone. Strange. It's difficult to fathom how it might have always been there. I don't imagine you knew of me through your entire childhood. No, but facing you was more of a manifestation than the call itself. Then the call was to something higher, to adventure, to trial, to selfless battle for the sake of the vulnerable. Is that right? I believe so. I think I understand. Well, know this. It's a privilege to accompany you in this call, Helena. The privilege is mine in receiving it. Elias. Helena, may I speak with you? I don't mean to interrupt your prayer. I'm not praying, just thinking. What about?
I wonder.
This guide we retrieved from the jungle. That's just why I've come to speak to you. It's presence, I suppose. Did you find it sinister? Very much so. I thought you might. I did too, especially when we set sail for the mists and it retreated into silence, saying it was resting. The gods alone know how many years it rested in that ancient place, centuries at least, judging from the surroundings. No, it was not resting, it was listening. And you felt it as I did.
Right.
I drew my conclusions on reason alone. What was it that you felt exactly? A sort of Heightened awareness, I guess, as when you're speaking loudly and suddenly the room goes quiet and a kind of overwhelming presence like a great warrior or noble had just entered the room. Have you spoken to any others who shared these feelings?
I'd rather not.
Not a one. It is pure speculation, but you may have a unique sensitivity to these things, to soul magic and the great pool beyond. What do they call it here? The astral plane? Yes, it may be a gift that accompanies your abilities as an adept. I've only been able to attain similar sensitivity through prolonged prayer and for a limited time. If it's truly a gift, it's also quite the burden. Most gifts are. Will you be all right?
Sure thing.
I think so, especially now that we're rid of the stone. I'm glad. If you feel something like this again, please don't hesitate to speak with me. I won't. All right? Helena, hey. Are you all right? Yes, just a bit startled. Oh, sorry if that's my fault. Anyway, I had something I wanted to tell you. Sophia? Yeah? If you will, allow me to ask you something first. Oh, sure. All right. Do you understand the value of silence?
Well.
Oh, definitely. Whenever I'm out in the woods, I try to move real quiet so the animals don't hear me. That way, I get to see them doing all sorts of things. Eating, climbing, playing. If I'm too loud, they get scared and run away. Have you ever considered the same principle might apply to humans? Like sneaking up on them and watching them eat? Doesn't that seem a little creepy? Or perhaps reverencing the silence when you find them in prayer? Oh, you're talking about yourself. I get it now. It's easy for you to get scared and want to run away like a wild animal. That's not what I meant. No need to honeycoat things around me. Believe me, I get it. I won't be a pine cone in your hair. See ya. Sophia, wait. The attention span of a ferret, for sure. I can't believe you stood me up for our tea date, Garrick. That wasn't very gentlemanly of you. Gods, I completely forgot. No, you didn't. You were just spending too much time with Sia to remember.
Right.
Guilty as charged, I guess? I get it. She's fun and I'm intimidating. It's all right. I wasn't really looking for something anyway. Ooh, that's great to hear. I didn't want to hurt your feelings. Hurt my feelings? Back this up for a second. I'm supposed to hurt your feelings, not the other way around.
Great.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, come on.
You're just a little heartbreaker, aren't you?
What a joke.
I didn't even do anything. You were trying to woo me. I was just being funny. What does a tea date have to do with wooing? I've been on 100 tea dates. As have I. All with the intent of wooing. That sounds like a you problem. I just happen to really like tea. We both know that's a falsehood. When did you learn so much about me then, huh? I do my research. This is on you, Garrick, not me. You were disinterested and you lost your chance. I'm sorry.
Guess I'll state the obvious.
I was not disinterested.
Are you sure?
Then maybe you should have acted interested. Insufferable. There's some truth to that. Hey, Benji, do you mind if I ask you something? What's it about? About you.
All right.
Sweet. I love talking about that. Great. I was wondering. Oh, this is silly. Go ahead. Ask away. Well, oh, gods, this is so embarrassing. But how strong are you? I mean, have you ever actually measured it in some way? That's a great question, Sophia, and not at all embarrassing. I've been asked that many times before. So what's the answer? Well, I can tell you this. At the time when we left Red Hill, I knew I was the strongest man for miles around, and that was a proven fact. How did you know that? We've had several contests over the years. At my peak, no one's ever even come close. Wow, that's really impressive.
Hey, thanks.
Tell me about it. You want to hear a little story? Sure, I love stories. Once, on our farm, one of the oxen died while we were tilling the fields. Oh no, that's terrible. Yeah, it was not a pretty sight. Anyway, I carried his body off to the side, put on the yoke, and finished tilling the field all by myself. Whoa, I'm just trying to picture that in my head. I mean, not in a weird way or anything. Oh, how much was there left to do? About half. Half? By the gods, Benji, that must have been insanely hard. Oh yeah, totally. Well, not for me, of course, because of my training and everything. But for most people, yeah, it would have been basically impossible. Right. Well, I'd say that's a pretty good answer.
All right.
Glad to hear it. Let me know if you have any more questions. Will do. Your skills are much improved. Alden, your form is excellent. Have you noticed any results? I think so. I feel a lot more in control now. Dark Reaver, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the raid. How's your day going? For those of you new, I'm Tamale Pie. I play a variety of games, usually RPGs and first-person shooters, but I'll try just about anything. Right now we're playing Dark Deity. It's about, it's a JRPG. It's tactical JRPG. It's very story-driven, almost narrative. really. So a lot of reading and a little bit of combat. But it's a good time. Good, cool characters in it. Good. That is the mark of a skilled fighter. Sometimes the bigger spells still get the best of me, though. I wouldn't worry about that too much. You'll find that happens less as you practice and grow. How did you get to be such a great fighter anyway?
Arena.
I started young, like yourself. The arena was all my family ever knew. How old were you when you entered your first match? Dark Deity is really, really good too. Yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. I'm in chapter 14 or 15 now, so I'm like halfway. Just 16. Wow. That's only a couple of years older than me. Then you're well on your way to surpassing my achievements. That's hard to imagine. Samara and Corbin were talking about you. They said you never even lost a drop of blood in the arena. Is that true? I wish it were. That would have been a much more comfortable life. No, I'm afraid that's somewhat exaggerated, though you'll find a story like that has its purposes. I wonder if they'll tell stories about our adventures. I'm sure they will, especially Alden. He's like 14 years old. It's crazy. I'm sure someone will. Whether we're portrayed as heroes or troublemakers, that remains to be determined. Maybe a bit of both. By what? By whether or not we win. History is written by the victor? Yeah. Well, you seem to be pretty good at that. I appreciate the compliment, young sorcerer. I'll admit, your own spirit inspires me. I'm glad to hear it. Think about it. What else have we spent all this time training for? I know we'll win in the end. Indeed, with the help of the gods. A little bit more. A lot of bit more. Tons of bondage. Can I take you up on your previous offer? Excuse me? You offered to learn from me so that I might learn something better. I think I need that. Oh, right. I offer a lot of things, perhaps more than I can handle at times. You'll have to be more clear next time. I'll have to inquire on that later, as interesting as it is. Feeling ready to learn some metaphysics?
Sure thing.
I'm not sure what that is, but I'm all in if that's what you need. You're really just the helpful type, aren't you? I like that. All right, here's the problem that we're running into.
Hold on.
Sorry, but who is we? Sarah, Corbin, and I. Do you really need to ask? Anyway, what isn't adding up with the aspects is that by all accounts, humans aren't capable of handling enough power to channel 2 of them. Yet we've seen the necromancer do that. And whoever that was on the battlefield, there's no chance that could have been achieved unaided. You're doing a lot of questioning and not a lot of teaching. I'm uninitiated, unless you must spell out what you think to me in simple terms. Right. The eternal aspects seem to amplify power rather than create it, but they require a certain level of power to achieve it in the first place. Fascinating.
This makes no sense.
We've been testing different techniques out on the ones we have, but neither Sarah nor I can get 2 to work at once. However, Corbin was able to activate 2 at once, but not 3. So you think that moon elves are capable of maybe using 2 aspects? That's the running theory. Have you considered that there are hundreds of other minute differences between you, Sarah, and Corbin that could explain it as well? No, I haven't. Sort of silly of me, huh? Not silly, you're focused. It's easy to get too far into your work and forget to check all your points. We need a bigger sample. You need a bigger sample. Luckily, you've got one adept in front of you that's happy to experiment with dangerous magic. Lucky for me. All right. You know, you don't have to hover around me. I appreciate that you've helped me get through my queasiness with all this fighting, but I'm really all right now.
How cute!
Who said that's why I'm hovering around you? I guess no one did? You can't honestly enjoy talking about your hometown as much as you have.
Definitely.
No, I don't, but I told you a bunch of fake stories to get you to calm down. And now I'm telling you the real ones. Okay. But the rolling hills? Oh, they're nice. But Red Hill puts us to shame. Hard to keep a rivalry up with a town that dwarfs yours in every capacity. What a funny term, dwarfs. Sort of seems mean, doesn't it? Never thought about it. Don't really understand how you look into things like that so often. Doesn't your head get clogged up? What do you mean? You're always asking me questions about academic type stuff, like what I think of words. I don't think about words. I just
can't help it.
I didn't realize I did that. Seems normal to me. I've spent my whole life around academics. No, I didn't mean it as a bad thing. I think it's impressive. I like your normal. Thank you. Alden and Sophia. They did work around each other a lot this last battle, that's for sure. So much dialogue, yes. Yeah, I think I spend more time reading than I do in combat. It's kind of unusual for an RPG. Even though RPGs are always story driven, I think usually there's something going on. There's not a lot of like travel or movement or anything actually like gameplay. It's like reading and then a little bit of combat. But it's still fun. They did a good job. The artwork is really nice. I think that helps. That helps stay engaged. Sophia, there was something I wanted to show you. Uh-oh. Did Butter leave another present in your bedroll? No, not this time, but I think I figured out how to summon one of those storm spirits well enough to show you what they look like. Ah, stay back, Butter. What are you worried about? I haven't even done anything yet. Aren't these the spirits you may just summon to attack people? Well, usually, yeah, but I can summon one that's completely harmless. Do you want me to show you? All right, if you promise it's safe. I promise. Here goes. A bunny. God, it's so cute. Where's the bunny? I want to see it. Alden, wow. How did you learn how to do that? By accident, actually. I tried to cast a spell, and I thought it missed. Then I looked over to see this little guy hopping around on the battlefield. Huh. That's incredible. You've got a real talent here, you know? You could put on a show or something. Yeah, it'll make a good party trick when this is all over. I bet it would. Huh. Thanks for showing me that, Alden, and sorry I panicked for a second there. That was silly of me. I think this was just what I needed. It totally brightened my day. You deserve it. What you said to me before about giving myself credit for my accomplishments, that did the same for me. It's nice to return the favor. You really should give yourself credit. Look what you just did. Hey, think you can do it again? Absolutely. All right. Might be the last bit of bondage. Irving, when we entered that temple and the weld, did you feel sick? I felt stifled, as if from the humid air, but there was something far more oppressive at the root of it. Yes, precisely. When that poison was released, I hardly noticed a change. I was already nauseous. I knew I couldn't have been the only one who felt it, but I had to be sure. What do you make of it? Well, the guide is the obvious source. Can you decipher anything about it? The closer I get to it, the stranger I feel. When I close my eyes around it, I think I see the features of a face, though I can't be sure if I'm really seeing something or it's just my imagination. What does the face look like? Ancient, but young at the same time. Its eyes are closed, but it seems to be speaking. Does it appear human? Elven? It's hard to say, difficult to describe at all, really. I just see it. For all we know, it really could be my imagination. It could be. I only hope our concerns about it stem from our imaginations. They can't entirely. At least that's not a hypothesis that can coexist with the warning your father gave us. No, you're right, but it is possible that the worst outcome has already been avoided. Let's hope that's the case. You have a gift for soul magic, Elias. So I've been told. That's a blessing that comes at a great price. I'm sure the gods will require it of you time and again before this day is done. Then may I use it honorably for the good of all. I trust that you will. I think that's it. Okay, upgrades. We have, where's Sophia? Should be our first character with a level 4 weapon. Fantastic. Okay, we need... I decided this last battle that I'm going to just focus, I think, on using my higher level characters. I was trying to use lower level characters to keep them leveled up. That seems to be a losing strategy because I keep losing characters during fights now. I don't know if I'm being impatient and trying to rush through them or what, but I'm going to make sure everyone has a level 3 weapon here. Ren needs... No, we don't need to buy any tier 2 tokens for him. Well, that's the right call. Focus on the ones you like and stick with them. Well, I wasn't like focusing on any of them. I just I stopped using Sia, or as soon as I didn't have to anymore, pretty much, because she just dies. I can't keep her alive. She's died like 5 times. If she gets hit by more than once, she's dead. So it's kind of annoying. But I was hoping that if I could level her up a bit, she'd be better. But that hasn't been the case so far. Okay, who was it I just passed? Okay, we need 2. 4. No, 2. He has his finesse weapon. 4. I think that's it. We need 4 level 2 tokens, and then we can start buying level 3 tokens. Next time, apparently. Everybody has a level 3 weapon now, so that's pretty nice. Even my healers. We do have some level 1 tokens that we could burn up. He has 2 weapons leveled. He has 2 weapons leveled. Let's do... I like the balanced weapons. I thought at the beginning, I thought the finesse weapons were going to be the best. And I think for Benji, they probably still are, just because of his crit chance. But as the game has gone on, I've decided that I think the balanced weapons are the best, actually. It does seem like there's some sort of like rock, paper, scissors system with the weapons that I just don't understand, but that's fine. Not getting a lot of use right now. Sarah struggles to do damage. We'll give her another option. Sloan is kind of the same way. See, I probably just never use again. Unless I have to at some point, and then it'll be painful. Okay. Bondage and upgrades done. There is, so the rock, paper, scissors system, it's just super convoluted. It seems like, I'm in chapter 15, so I'm like halfway through the game, and I don't understand it yet, and I've been doing okay, so I think I probably just don't need to worry about it. Great waves, that was a close call, too close. Old Humpback's not cut out for this. I thought our guide was supposed to be helpful. I'll admit, I may have miscalculated my estimation of the competence of our captain. Touché. There we go. Thank you. Now, wait a minute. Hold on. I see something up ahead. That must be it. Stop the ship. Lower the sails. Aye, aye, Captain. Ha ha. I've always wanted to say that. She's a good character. She's a good character. I'm glad she's in the game. She adds a lot to the story, but she's awful in combat. Based on weapon type versus armor type? Gotcha. Look at that thing. It's massive. Is this the temple we seek? Yes, you do well to drop anchor here before the ship gets too close. I'll drop my anchor where I please. Thank you very much. Drop the anchor quickly. Okay. If this is it, what now? I have brought you here, have I not? I cannot take the trial for you. So then the trial has already begun? Can you tell me nothing of it? Since you insist, I will share with you only what was once shared with me. The trial of the soul is comprised of 3 parts, a test of mind, body, and spirit. The test of body is a fight unlike anything you have yet experienced. The only enemies you will face are the ones you take with you.
What?
Interesting. The enemies we take with us? I have said what I will. Well, no point in stopping now, Irving. Come on, let's hop in the dinghies and have a look. So, are we going to fight like some kind of mirror or shadow selves or something? I bet. Whew. I've been around the whole perimeter, not so much as a crevice, let alone any kind of entrance. Strange. Benji, any luck with your strategy?
Smash!
Yeah, smash. That's what I was... Yeah. No matter how hard I smash, these walls won't budge. I'll take that as a hard no. It's writing. Huh?
There.
The holes in the walls, if you connect them, they form letters. Now, how do you figure that one? The walls of our monastery had similar markings. Brilliant. Yes, she's right. They do form letters. Characters in pre-Calamity Elvish, to be precise. Sun Elvish, probably. Actually, the elves shared a common language before the Calamity, though it's hard to imagine now. It's quite different from our own tongues, but I should be able to translate. Just a moment. Boy, I am lucky you guys are here because I never would have figured that out. We could have just left it up to Butters. Surely. Parrot would have figured it out. I think it's a riddle of some kind. What does it say? Power is a seed. To yield fruitful harvest, it must be... Then it trails off. There's no punctuation, so the latter part must be missing. You go ahead and analyze that punctuation, Corbin. Let the real brains in the group think about solutions. So not Ford. Presumably, it rhymes in its completed form, and Ancient Elvish, of course. I can translate different words to see if the ending letters match. As seed, planted, watered. Far too simple, perhaps soaked or germinated. No, I don't think any of those words would have sounded similar. Well, let's think. What's on a farm? A shovel, cows, farmers, a field. Genius.
You're really something.
There are farmers on a field. Farmers on a farm. Yes, a truly remarkable insight, Sophia. Thanks. A field. The letters at the end match exactly with the word for harvest, though another should have come before it. Huh, not bad. Sown a field? Thrown a field? What do we have you scholar types here for anyway? Go on, do your thing. No, those words are too short. It wouldn't fit the meter.
You've done well.
Scattered. Scattered a field. Let me see. Why, yes, the meter fits perfectly. That's it. Cowabunga. So now what? Do we say it? Well, I've never actually tried to speak the language, come to think of it. I don't think I've ever even heard anyone speak it. I wouldn't know where to begin. Irving, take me closer to the walls. All right. Galura Uhadar. The only enemies are the ones you bring with you. This your idea of a joke? Ah, I was right. I don't think I like how I'm looking at me. You think we can make friends with them? I think that's the last thing they want. Worth a shot, though. We don't want to fight. You need not express your wants in this place. We have read your soul. You must fight, and so you will. I can't say that isn't creepy. There's no reason to delay. Time is not on your side. This much weighs heavily on your souls. Right. Looks like we have no choice. Leave it to you to keep pushing forward, even in ghost form. Garrick, son of Galen, you are stronger than you allow yourself to know. Marin, the voice of comfort, in all your efforts you have always been enough. Alden, a hero before your time, you need not try to measure up, for you already do. He does. He's a monster. Stop hitting yourself, yes. Yes. Takes me right back to the 80s. Irving, bound by blood, your conviction will hold you steady when you fear to break. Such resolve has not touched this place in millennium. The challenge is cast onwards to your fate. Let's look at the map. What do we have to deal with here? Okay. It probably doesn't matter that much who we bring, but we could bring some of our... We actually could bring some of our lower level characters now, because they will be possibly easier to defeat. Helena and Garrick are already monsters. I don't want to fight Benji. Let's bring some people who are going to be easy to kill, probably. Probably. Who are we leaving out? Irving? I don't want to leave Irving out. I don't want to leave Sophia out either. Leave him out. Take Sophia. Oh, Lincoln? Dang it. I try to keep all my healers in because they level up slower anyways. I think that's what we do. Alright. Map prep. Stick. People who will hopefully not get completely obliterated immediately up front. I want to move the mages away from the middle because Irving can't take a hit from a mage to save his life. Literally. That's kind of best I can do for him. All right. Save. Start. Oh, they don't... their formation doesn't mirror mine? Come on, bro. Okay. This is fine. We're gonna just like turtle up here and see how they move up. If we can pull them, like, then that's what we'll do.
It will be done.
If they all move forward, it's not gonna work exactly as I was hoping, but
you're just another
it'll be
cur.
fine. We'll make it work. So it seems like my versions are a little bit stronger. I'm doing a little bit more damage, possibly. The game gives you a little bit of an edge. That's nice. Okay, they're all moving up. Okay, Monroe's 70 times 2? Get out of here, Samara. Gonzo. Jeez. Monroe's a monster too. He might actually be stronger than Alden, but I like Alden more. I know just had to deal with Lincoln.
Time to turn the tide.
He can't take a hit from a mage either. Fine. That hurts, but Vesta's gonna be hurt. Oh,
Weakness has
Vesta's
consequences.
dead. Okay. Bye. Bye.
Well done.
Samara's in trouble. Can anyone else get to her? No. Okay. Fine. It's totally fine. All part of the plan. Okay.
How can I assist?
Let go of all fear.
Where? Did I bring Sophia? Did I not bring Sophia? I didn't bring Sophia because I decided to bring Lincoln instead. Right. This probably would have been a good opportunity to bring in all of our weaker characters to let them level up a little bit, but
Now, press the attack.
it's hard to say, and I'm kind of tired of dying, losing characters.
Experience is a fine weapon.
It will be done.
Yeah.
Stand and fight.
Bianca also struggles to take magic damage. So that's good.
This is not your end.
I'm tempted to take Ren over to the side. We just clear the right side and kind of wrap. Seems like a good plan. Ooh, he's hurt though. Good thing she didn't crit. Oh, never mind. That's right. Nothing can even hit Ren. Forgot about that part. Nothing can even hit him. Where are the mages here? Need somebody that can take out Alden here. Just trade, I guess. Alden could probably one-shot Irving is the issue.
I've got a lot to learn.
So I'll hold off on that just for a second.
What'll it be?
Wait, where's Irving? I can't get to him. That's fine. Monroe can. This fight seems like it's actually kind of easy so far. Getting basically no experience for that. Okay. Let's do this. Lincoln's heal carries over to the next round, so let's do that. And then
Such is your fate.
if he crits both times, I guess she still won't be dead, but that was nice. Good job, Elias. Fantastic.
You're just another cur.
She's gonna be low. I'm kind of still scared of Alden here. There we go. As long as she doesn't miss. 56% chance to hit. Is that good enough? That is good enough. Okay. Fantastic. One of the scariest players off the field. And another one.
Wrong day to
Marin
play
actually
hero.
hits really hard for a healer. Yeah. Not the best use of Irving. Where we soften up Lincoln a little bit. For Sia.
Stay with me.
Can you make that? No. This is the problem with Sia. If I actually put her into play, there aren't any range. Oh, they have this. They have him.
I guess.
I actually put her into play. Watch. I bet she dies. I should have looked at that before I even had her move, because that was a huge mistake. She's definitely gonna die now. That's on me though. That's not her fault. That was on me. That one's on me. I'll take that one. Sia versus Sia. I thought about that.
Guess my shift is over.
Her fortitude goes down again. Every time she dies, she loses fortitude. Has to be the weakest character in the game. In combat, anyway. Bianca's grown kind of soft, too. She was like the strongest, one of the strongest
bad,
at the
not
beginning of the
bad.
game. Sure glad I got rid of Alden. Or Irving would have been
sword
dead
grows
for
lighter
sure.
with every swing.
Yeah.
Didn't see that coming.
All my characters, the last like 5 characters that have died have all lost fortitudes. I'm just getting weaker and weaker against mages. It's kind of driving me crazy.
Be
Yeah,
honored
get
that
out
I'll
here.
kill
See
you
ya.
myself.
And the horse you rode in on. Monroe's scary too. Here's what we do. Here, actually,
The hunt is on. I don't think so.
there. He still does a ton of damage though. That's okay. We have 2 healers here. He still does 21 damage, even being disarmed. It's crazy. Guess it doesn't matter if he misses. 1% hit. Oh, I missed that part. Okay. Can he reach over there?
Together.
No. 1% hit. Okay.
Let's do it.
Can he finish off Elias? Probably. Rin's dodge chance is really high. I think Rin is going to be a bit tough. Yeah. Yeah, probably. But I can do some shenanigans, like... I guess I'll just heal up for now. You reach that? No.
At your disposal.
Maeve is hard to hit as well.
Right away.
Just try to get him with some 1%. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have brought him. We can go Ren against Ren though, and then there's that, I guess. Irving's not gonna do anything. I could have moved him to the left, I guess. Hey! There you go, Ren against Ren. Jeez. Sloane's dead. At least she did a little bit of damage on her way out.
I misplayed my
Dexterity
hand.
reduced by 2. Now that's what I'm talking about. If I'm gonna lose stats, let the mages lose dexterity. Fantastic, actually. Care. Let's do this. 38% chance.
Honored.
24% chance. Basically a guarantee. Called it. That's all you gotta do. You just gotta call your shots and then make it happen.
Even now, the arena
Let's
is
do
with
it.
me.
Boom. Easy. You lost a lot of people in that fight. It was a quick chapter though, for the most part. Monroe is very strong. Arma is strong. Alden is usually not that low. Ren didn't do a lot of damage, but he did soak up some attacks there, dodging. I got myself a whistle. I'm a train conductor, so if you're interested in trains at all, you can ask questions. I can attempt to give satisfactory answers. No promises, but I got a whistle because I don't know. I wanted it. That's why. Anyway. Well, that was unexpected. Perhaps it should not have been. I understand the warning now. A lot of good that does us. Regardless, we did it. Now, I'm no arithmetician, but 2 parts down means there's 1 more to go, and I doubt this giant door is here by accident. Let's check it out. Wait, what is it? Only one should enter the inner sanctum alone. With myself, of course, the trial was originally designed to be faced one at a time. And who do you propose that should be? I wonder. That is not for me to decide. I don't like the idea of splitting up. Well, if we have to, we should call a vote to decide who goes. Irving, I don't think we need to call a vote. Very well, then it should be Vesta or Maeve. Your organizations know more of these affairs than the rest of us combined. I'm not so sure that's true, Irving. And even if it were, I'm not sure that would help. All right, then who else? I think most of us feel it should be you. Really? I'm not sure that makes sense. One roundabout way or another, all of us ended up together because of you. Besides, it was your father's idea to send us here. His faith in you is what convinced him to continue to trust us with the aspects in the first place. It seems to me you give us our best chance. Alright, does anyone object?
Well, what do you know?
There's your vote. Seems your friends have made their choice, Irving. Alright, so they have. Wish me luck. You won't need it. Let's see. Ah, a bright flame illumines the walls of this sanctum. It has lain in darkness for many years. To see these walls again stirs something in me. Silence, anchored one. I know why you have come. It is not you with whom I wish to speak. Tell me, bright flame, what brings you to this place? Who asks this? Ha! A guest enters my home and asks that I make an account of myself? I am Koli Sumash, once revered in this place where now my Terrazaelan aspect rests, the god of the soul. I see you are acquainted with my domain. Now I would ask to know more of you. Forgive my brashness, mighty Koli Sumash. My name is Irving. It is pleasant to know what you are called, but the soul speaks more of a man than his name. That may be. I was sent here on behalf of the Order of Eternals. We hope to protect the aspects from one who will use them for ill. Yes, such faith in the Order has in its cause and its agents. I hope it is not misplaced. As do I. I was informed that if I passed your trial, I might receive something that would aid our quest. Supplies or perhaps a weapon of some kind. Indeed you might. Tell me, who are these who stand so nervously beyond the threshold? They are soldiers, I suppose. Great fighters from many corners of Terra. Foiling the plot of this nefarious aspect thief has become our only common purpose. I see. They are each of them quite powerful. It's true. Each brings something unique to the whole. What if you learned that I could grant all of these powers to you? I'm afraid I don't understand what you mean. No longer would the mighty Irving, heir of House Sildarin, fight to win the approval of his own troops, coordinate their movements, or inspire them to courage. His will would be indomitable, subdued by all who looked upon him with admiration in their hearts. Subsumed. Not subdued. Subsumed. At what cost? What you ask is wise. A fine boon comes at a fine price. Such a transference of power would cost them their mortal souls. I wouldn't think of it. And if it was the only way to prevent the disaster you fear, still, I couldn't. Besides, I don't see how that would be the case. They've become so much of why I want to stop this necromancer in the first place. They're my friends. Why, you should have said so. You called them soldiers, if you remember. Perhaps I was wrong to. To err is mortal, but to acknowledge this and grow, that is divine. These friends of yours, how do you lead them? By love, fear, the promise of gold? As a good line. Trust, I think, though if I'm being honest, I'm not sure I understand it. Their loyalty humbles you. I guess I'm just not as convinced as they are that I know what's right, or that I always will. They need not believe you are right, nor need you to be right. Your thoughts search for justice as one I have seen before, but justice does not reside in the mind. A sandglass may tell the time, but not the weather. Be that as it may, I fear our time is in short supply. Ah, but you have yet to present me your gift. Gift? Yes, the stone which has guided you to me. It has traveled many leagues and years to come to rest in this place. Set it on my altar. You have my thanks, bright flame. Storage received a trove of eternal aspects. Very nice. The members of your order who entrusted these to me have passed from this world long ago. Now it seems they are safest and most useful with you. But what of the third trial? I was told there would be 3. All 3 trials you have passed, bright flame, and with a sincerity such as I have never seen. Which is why I entrust you too with my own aspect. Now go and leave me with this troubled one. There are stirrings in Australis I could use his bleak thoughts on. At last, Irving, these aspects may aid you, but they cannot save you or your friends. Only you can do that. Such wisdom, and how many empires rose and fell while you thought up these words. I've discovered much in my solitude, Koli. Then we have much to discuss. Farewell, bright flame, and take courage in your quest. Continue your search for righteousness as if Terrazael itself depended on it. Perhaps it does. Yes, perhaps it does. Ooh. Little foreboding there. Conversing with a god, I can hardly believe it. This is the stuff of fairy
Take
legend.
heart.
Well, I believe what I see, and I'm looking at more aspects than I ever knew existed in one
Definitely.
place. Epic. Faust? Is that a new character? Or am I just not remembering him? It's going to take some time to figure out what each of these
Sure
are capable of. Well, we've got no shortage of that. It'll be a while before we make landfall in Ettlin, and that's assuming we can get out of these mists without our guide. Did you really have to leave it behind?
Yes.
Yes, it seemed Koli Samash had some purpose for it. What that might be, I couldn't say. Honestly, I can't say I'm too mad about it. That guy was making me nervous anyway. I think I might have to agree. Wait a minute. How did you get here? Oh, on the ship? Just how exactly did you sneak onto my ship? Is in one of your barrels. You don't exactly have the strictest security detail. You free-riding rat, I should have thrown you overboard. Okay, Captain Tough, maybe if you actually shipped any goods, I wouldn't have had so much free real estate to choose from.
Kid.
Why, you little Iota. Ugh. Get off my lawn. I think maybe we should leave these two to settle this themselves.